I used to be her strength. Now I'm her fear. The sticky note on my fridge might as well have been a death certificate. Pink paper, Ashley's perfect handwriting, 23 words that ended 12 years of marriage. Gone for 2 weeks with Chase. Need space. Please respect my journey. Ashley. I stood there in my boxers and yesterday's work shirt, holding my coffee like it was the last solid thing in a collapsing world. My name's Jake Morrison. I fix cars for a living. My hands are stained with motor oil, my back's a mess, and I smell like WD-40 more often than cologne. Ashley used to love that about me, said it made me real. Then she found yoga pants, green smoothies, and a personal trainer named Chase. The house didn't even feel like mine anymore. Too neat, too curated, like a museum exhibit titled "Marriage, Now Extinct." Her vanilla candle still burned in the living room, mixing with the ghost of her perfume. The security camera she'd installed last month suddenly made sense. She'd been planning this exit with precision. The burner phone was hidden behind the coffee filters. Amateur move. I almost laughed. But when I opened the messages, texts, hotel receipts, selfies in my flannel, the laughter died. Chase Brennan, 28, personal trainer at Elite Fitness, expert in helping married women find their inner goddess. His Instagram was a gallery of shirtless poses and self-love quotes, a walking cliché with perfect abs. Each message between them was a knife twist. Ashley, the same woman who once called guys like Chase human protein shakes, was sending heart emojis and calling him her soulmate. By noon, the town already knew. Millfield thrives on gossip the way engines thrive on oil. My partner Mike texted, "Saw Ashley's car at the airport. Everything okay?" I typed back, "Never better. She's on a journey of self-discovery." When the house phone rang, her voice came through the answering machine, panicked, trembling. "Jake, I know you're there. Pick up. We need to talk about this like adults. I'm not the villain here. We both know this marriage has been dead for years. I just had the courage to do something about it." Courage. That's what she called walking out with a post-it note. I didn't answer. I just poured another coffee and stared at the kitchen table where we'd once planned our life. Now it was just evidence of how blind I'd been. The next day, I buried myself in work at Morrison's Auto. My crew, Mike, Tommy, and Rick, knew better than to offer sympathy. They just handed me tools and gave me space. But even as I tightened bolts and wiped grease off my hands, I knew the old version of me was dying. That night, I checked into a cheap rental above Frankie's boxing gym. The place smelled like sweat and disinfectant, but it was perfect. No memories, no reminders. Just noise and the sound of fists hitting bags below. Frankie used to be a pro until an eye injury ended his career. Now he coached kids and broken men like me. "Anger's good," he said, tossing me gloves. "Keeps you focused." He was right. Every punch I threw was a memory. Her laughter, her lies, the sound of Chase's name. The first sign that I wasn't the only angry one came 2 nights later. My truck, vandalized in bright red letters, "Not enough man." I stared at it until rage gave way to clarity. Someone wanted to humiliate me. Chase didn't have the brains, Ashley didn't have the cruelty, but someone else did. Then I saw the Instagram comment that confirmed it. Vanessa Chen, Ashley's best friend, maid of honor, professional poison dispenser. Her message read, "So proud of you for following your bliss. Some hearts have to break for growth to happen." Vanessa's own husband had left her 6 months ago. Misery loves company, and she'd recruited my wife as a partner in pain. The next morning, I parked outside Elite Fitness, watched Chase flex for his female clients like a peacock. When he stepped out, I approached him. "Chase Brennan." He turned, startled. "Jake, hey man, look, about Ashley." "Relax," I said. "I'm not here to fight. Just wanted to thank you." "For what?" for showing me who my wife really is." He blanked. The confusion was almost funny. I took his picture right there, smoothie in hand, looking dumb and nervous. That photo went up on Ashley's Instagram later with my caption, "When you find your soulmate, every moment's a celebration. #blessed, #new beginnings." By nightfall, her world was on fire. Then I called Mrs. Delaney's nephew, divorce lawyer Danny Hendricks, the local legend who could turn heartbreak into a profit. I didn't want Ashley's money, I wanted her peace. Danny understood. We drew up plans that were legal but surgical. When Ashley called, crying about the Instagram post, I told her, "Sounds like a personal problem." She wanted to pick up her things that night. I told her the door would be open. When she arrived, with Vanessa in tow, of course, I'd made a few changes. New locks, hidden recorders, neighbors conveniently gardening, and Officer Martinez just happened to patrol the street. Inside, I let her collect her belongings while I stayed calm, polite. My composure unsettled her. She wasn't used to that. Vanessa, ever the puppet master, tried to keep control until I turned the spotlight on her. "I appreciate the advice you gave Ashley," I said, telling her to explore her options, to leave the blue-collar husband who wasn't good enough. Ashley frowned. "Vanessa, what's he talking about?" Vanessa stammered. I pressed harder. "I've got recordings, you know. Calls, messages. You manipulated her because your own marriage failed. Misery loves company, right?" Vanessa cracked first. "You were unhappy, Ashley. You said you felt trapped." Ashley's face twisted in disbelief. "You told me Chase was serious about me." I handed her my phone, opened to Chase's feed. 3 different women in 2 days. Same captions, same flirty comments. "You're not his soulmate, Ash. You're Tuesday and Thursday." The room fell silent except for the sound of Ashley's heart breaking. Then came the shouting, accusations, betrayals. Years of friendship unraveling in minutes. Vanessa stormed out. Ashley stayed behind, sobbing. "Can we fix this?" she whispered. "No," I said. "We're done." She left with her suitcases and the look of someone who'd finally seen her reflection in the wreckage. 6 weeks later, Millfield High hosted our reunion. Ashley showed up in red, all poise and desperation. I came in a tailored suit and a clear conscience. The gym buzzed when people saw me. Jake Morrison, the guy everyone thought would crumble. When the DJ handed me the mic, I didn't waste it. "Some of you know Ashley and I are divorcing," I said. "It's been enlightening. I've learned that sometimes people show you who they are in the cruelest way possible, and when they do, you thank them." The crowd was quiet. Ashley was pale. "I want to thank Ashley," I said finally, "for freeing me from a life that wasn't real. Sometimes losing everything is how you realize what wasn't worth keeping." No one applauded. No one spoke. I left the mic on the stand and walked out. She followed me to the parking lot, crying. "How could you do that to me?" "Do what?" I said. "Tell the truth?" "You humiliated me." "No, Ashley, you humiliated yourself. I just stopped cleaning up your mess." She called me a villain. Maybe she was right. 6 months later, the papers were signed. The house was sold. I bought a cabin by Miller's Lake, where the air smells like pine and freedom. The shop's thriving. I'm seeing someone new. Susan, kind eyes, real laugh. Ashley moved to Chicago. I heard she's with an accountant now. Maybe she's learned something. Maybe not. As for me, I learned that betrayal doesn't destroy you. It refines you. You burn, and what's left is steel. Ashley wanted me to be the villain in her story. She got her wish. But I became something better.